After that moment in the hospital, when I made a decision that love was going to be the thing that led my life forward, I started doing something very simple. I started asking one question. Does this align with love? And once I started asking that question, holding it up against my life, things started to become a lot clearer. The first thing I noticed was something that was actually really hard. There were people in my life that I genuinely cared about. But when I held my value up against those relationships, they didn't align with love. And that was confronting, because sometimes love doesn't mean that you stop caring about someone. Sometimes it just means that you have to recognize the way the relationship exists isn't healthy anymore. But something else became obvious very quickly. If you're going to live your life by one value, you need to understand that value properly. You can't just say, I'm going to live my life by love. You have to actually understand what that means, what it looks like, what it sounds like, what it feels like in your life. For me, love become things like acceptance, compassion, respect, and eventually something else too, forgiveness. Because I realized forgiveness isn't really about the other person. Forgiveness is internal. It's the moment you stop carrying the weight around. And once I become clear on what love meant, something very interesting happened. I realized a value does two things. First, it helps you see your life clearly. You hold the value up clearly and you ask, does this align with love? That's the lens. But there's a second question as well. When you're facing a situation and you don't know what to do, you ask, what would love do here? That's the compass. The value doesn't just show you what's wrong, it helps guide your decisions. And when you start living this way, your life slowly starts reorganizing around that value. The people in your life start aligning with it, your choices start aligning with it, and eventually that path led me to Ange and Poppy, which is kind of ironic because becoming a parent was the one thing that I spent most of my life trying to avoid. But when I was being led there by love, I couldn't imagine my life without them. And that's the power of choosing a value. When you truly understand it, it becomes a lens that simplifies everything. But when you don't understand your value, it can't guide your decisions. And if it's not guiding your decisions, it's not leading your life.